Today we are going to be diving into the very important topic of should you update your iPhone, meaning should you update to the latest iOS version. Now if you don't know how to do this, I'm going to show you real quick. It's very simple. All you have to do is you're going to go to your settings app, and then you go to general, and then you go to software update. And then you will see if you are on the latest iOS. And coincidentally, I am not on the latest iOS. I need to update to version 18.2. So then when you want to do this, you just go ahead and hit update now. Okay, punch in your password. And then your phone will just start doing the update process pretty much automatically. It'll take some time, especially with a big update like this one. We're talking 2 gigabytes here. So expect it to take at least 15 minutes or so, maybe longer depending on your internet speed. And you can see it's starting to download now. But why do you want to do this? Why do you want to update to the latest iOS? You know, a lot of people say that when you do this, it makes your iPhone slower. People have had complaints about this in the past. Even Apple got sued for this, for slowing down older iPhones on newer iOS versions, but apparently all that has been taken care of and is no longer happening. So I'm going to give you 10 reasons of why you want to update your phone pretty much as soon as the new updates come out. Now, it shouldn't be any surprise that the main reason to do this is for security reasons, okay? Each new iOS update comes with critical security patches that protect your device from vulnerabilities and threats, and there's always new ones being discovered constantly, so it's really in your best interest to always have this updated, especially if you're interested in keeping your personal data secure and just trying to eliminate the least amount of loopholes that hackers may be able to hack your iPhone. Because even though iPhones are very difficult to hack, there's always some kind of workaround that can be done, and with the latest iOS updates, you're always going to have those patches made. Now, the next big reason is features. You're going to get brand new features, especially now they're coming out with all these new Apple Intelligence features. In fact, I see right here, part of this new update is a bunch of these brand new Apple Intelligence features like the image playground. They have a brand new Genmoji engine, all sorts of things like that, integrated ChatGPT support. So this is a big reason to upgrade. Now, this is only going to apply to you if you have an iPhone 15 Pro or later. Those are the only phones that support Apple Intelligence, but prior to the Apple Intelligence, you would always get a lot of new updates with big releases like this. So you still want to update to the latest iOS even if you have an older iPhone, because even though you won't get these Apple Intelligence upgrades, there might still be other iOS features that you might be able to gain access to even on older devices. Now, the third reason to update, usually when you update to the latest iOS, your iPhone's going to run a little bit smoother, a little bit faster, apps might launch a little bit quicker, and all of these updates are basically optimized for performance as well as security. And ultimately what this helps you with is it helps you with longer battery life, and it helps you with just a better, more smooth experience on your iPhone. Now, number 5 is a big one. This is something I've shared with you guys here on the channel, is bug fixes, okay? No matter how many updates they do, no matter how many iOS versions come out, there are always bugs, and I believe it's because they just try to do too much too fast with these technology companies. Even Apple is guilty of this as well. And basically, when you update to the newest iOS, you're going to see some of those bugs fixed. Like one of the big ones that actually happened is different pictures and videos not working properly with the new release of iOS 18. And I shared some major problems I had here on the channel with my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I'll save all of that for a new video that I'll come out with. But basically, I had 4 iPhone 16 Pro Max phones, and all of them had the same problem, every single one of them. And basically what it comes down to now is I'm sticking with my iPhone 15 Pro Max. It was so bad on the 16 Pro Max that not even the bug fixes with the latest iOS updates helped anything. I might try one more time, but honestly, I'm kind of sick of it. I'm tired of like getting the new phone, trying, being disappointed, and then having to return it to the Apple Store again. It's also a big waste of my time. And honestly, this iPhone 15 Pro Max is just as good as the 16 Pro Max, and it has not let me down yet. Now, the number 7 reason to update is the latest Siri improvements, and this is going to be especially crucial with the new Apple Intelligence updates that are coming, because Apple Intelligence is bringing a whole new Siri, and we already kind of have it, but I'm sure it's going to continue to improve as we get more of these updates, because Siri was just kind of very dumb for a long time, and now it's supposed to be smarter and more improved. And once again, this really applies more if you have a newer iPhone. You have to have a 15 Pro phone or later. So basically, you can only have last year's 15 Pro or one of this year's new 16 or 16 Pro models for this to apply to you. Even if you're not getting these Siri updates, you still should be making regular iOS updates to your phone. Now, the number 8 reason to upgrade is because of all the customization options that you gain access to. And like with, for example, the new iOS 18, we are able to do things like make these bigger tiles. There's always a new set of features available that allows you to further customize your iPhone. Whereas like a few generations ago of iOS, the iPhone wasn't really that customizable, and Apple was definitely leaning into you being able to customize your iPhone with custom fonts and colors and different layouts on your home screen and things like that. Now, the reason number 9 to do the latest iOS update is support for new hardware. Like for example, they just came out with the new AirPods 4. They just came out with the new Apple Watch. And a lot of times, in order for those devices to work properly with your iPhone, you need to be running the latest version of iOS. So if you're somebody that is deep into the Apple ecosystem and you use those external devices that work with your iPhone, it really makes sense for you to update your phone, because you're going to gain access to new features. And sometimes these devices might not even work unless you do update, and it will be mandatory. So you just have to do it. And really, you're only hurting yourself if you don't do the iOS updates, based on all the reasons I already mentioned. And the 10th and final reason is just to keep your device future proof. Every time you do an iOS update, not only you're gaining access to all of the latest features and security fixes and bug fixes, but you're also making sure that your phone is running at the most optimized way that Apple can run that device. And ultimately, that will help your phone be worth a higher amount of resale value in the future, because you're not going to risk having something go wrong with the phone that might have happened on an older version of iOS. And you're just going to keep that phone running in optimal condition. So if you're somebody that likes to upgrade your phone often and sell it on eBay or sell it to a friend to make a little extra money than what Apple will give you, it really is in your best interest to keep that phone updated. So there you have it, 10 solid reasons to update your iPhone. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and let us all know in the comments which features you are the most excited about for the latest iOS update.